Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are in the world. Welcome to my yoga channel. My name is Meg and today I'm going to be bringing you a video on glutes. So if you are someone who works on their glutes in the gym, maybe you stand up a lot during the day, things like that, you might just have really tight glutes anyway. I think a lot of people can hold a lot of tension in their glutes, especially if they're on their feet all day. So this is the stretch video for you. If you would normally practice with blocks, straps or a mat, feel free to grab them. Probably will need a mat, but other than that, that's it. So when you're ready, let's get started. So let's start all the way down onto our backs. If you've just finished a workout, take a moment here, take some breaths, slow the heart rate down, get into your stretching space, get ready to just do more of a relaxation type exercise here. So maybe breathing in slowly through the nose, out through the mouth, letting the whole body relax into the mat, back presses into the mat, shoulders are melted in towards the mat, just slowly breathing. We're going to take the right leg long, bring the left knee in towards you, interlacing the fingers and placing them onto the knee and just squeezing the knee in towards you. Maybe taking a few circles here. If your hips are quite tight, you might feel like you need to do a few little circles here. And when you're ready, then just bringing it into the center, gently hugging the knee in towards the chest. Breathing here. Don't let that knee fall out to the side. Try and keep it into the center. We'll take that leg down, swapping over, bringing the right knee in, maybe taking it into a circle if you feel like you need to warm up that hip, interlacing the fingers, placing them on the knee and just hugging the knee in tight. And throughout this whole video, if you need to pause at any point and just do each stretch a little bit longer, feel free. Making sure you're not letting that right knee fall out to the side, so you're keeping it tucked in towards you, it's hugged in towards the chest. And place that foot down, keeping the knee bent up. We're going to bring the left knee in, left foot up as well. Bring the right leg all the way up, flexing the toes. We're going to bring the foot onto the outside edge. I've got so much sand on my feet. Onto the outside edge of the left leg, keeping this foot flexed. So you're keeping your right foot flexed. Slowly start to push into your right hip. Again, if your hips are a little bit tight, which often can happen when you work on your glutes quite a lot, if you're doing things like deadlifts or good mornings, anything like that, you're using your hip flexors quite a lot, so it can tighten them up. So it's always good to just get a bit of movement into them after you've been in the gym. Then start to pick up the left foot. You can then, using your hip muscles and your core muscles, squeeze your left knee in towards you and try and push your right knee away from you. Okay, my lefts and rights all mixed up. So squeezing the left knee in towards you and actively pushing your right knee away from you. When you're at your top point, so when you can't hold it any longer, then you can thread your hands through your legs, interlace the fingers, place them onto the left shin and gently squeeze and hug that knee in towards you. Keep pushing your right knee away from you, making sure you're keeping your left foot flexed. Breathing here. So this is your figure 4 stretch. And this is quite an intense stretch into the glutes. Again, you might feel it into the hips, lower back. Just breathing here. Long, slow, deep breaths. And if you want, you can always rock your head from side to side, massaging out any tension into the back of the head, back of the neck. We'll then place that left foot down. Right foot comes down. We'll swap over and do the other side. So left leg's coming all the way up, flexing the toes. Outside edge of the left foot comes on the outside of the right leg. And actively just see if you can push your left knee away from you. So you should feel a bit of a hip stretch here. You can always bounce the knee up a little bit, get some movement into those hips. And then when you feel ready, start to pick up the right foot. Using your muscles, see if you can squeeze that right leg in towards you. Carrying on with those long, slow, deep breaths. Keep actively pushing that left knee away and really squeezing the right knee in towards you. When you feel ready and you're at your top point, you can then weave your hands through your legs, interlace your fingers, place them onto the right shin and just gently squeeze and hug that right knee in towards you. Keep pushing the left knee away. So as you inhale, you're pulling the right knee in towards you. As you exhale, pushing the left knee away from you. Maybe rocking the head from side to side here as well if it feels comfy. We'll then place that right foot down. Left foot comes down. We're going to cross the legs over, bring them in towards you. Maybe see if you can bring the feet in. Just have a stretch here. And then we'll roll all the way up into a cross-legged seat. Hands can come in front. We're then rolling over the shins, over the knees, into a tabletop. We'll then flex the toes. Bum comes back towards the heels, coming all the way up into your down dog here. If you feel like you need to pedal out the feet here, you can do. That's going to open up into your hamstrings a little bit more. So when you work on your glutes, you often will be working on your hamstrings a lot as well. So it's quite good to just make sure that you stretch those out. So bringing one heel down, lifting the other. If you've got quite tight hamstrings, you might find that your heels don't touch the ground anyway in your down dog. So just taking a bend into the knees, lifting the heels if you need to, and you can still pedal out the feet from here. And when you feel ready, we're going to lift up the right leg, bringing it all the way up, coming up onto the ball of the left foot, bending the right knee in. See if you can bring the knee up to the tricep of the right hand, all the way down so the knee comes behind the right wrist. Spin the foot down. So your foot is then coming behind your right foot is coming behind your left hand. Bring your left knee down and then slowly take that leg behind. So we're coming into pigeon from here. Keeping your right foot flexed, hands are in front, squaring the hips forward, relaxing the shoulders, breathing here. So this is quite an intense hip stretch as well. Maybe coming down onto the forearms if it feels comfortable. When you're up onto your hands in pigeon, because your center of gravity is coming down, you're going to open up your hips more. When you start to lean forward and come into a fallen pigeon, your center of gravity slightly shifts, so it becomes in more of a glute stretch. Breathing here. And if you can't feel much of a stretch, what you can do is pick up the right foot and bring it up so it's parallel towards the front edge of the mat. Coming back again. You can pause the video here if you need to take a little bit longer. If you want, you can come all the way down onto the mat. If you've got blocks, you can always place them in front of you. We're now going to flex the left toes, maybe shuffle that leg in towards you, pick up the right foot and bring it back into your downward dog. If you need to, pedal out the feet again. Those hamstrings are still feeling a little bit tight. We'll then pick up the left leg, coming all the way up, three-legged dog, onto the ball of the right foot, bending the left knee, bringing it up behind the left tricep. See if you can bring the knee behind the hand, swing the left foot behind the right foot, bring the knee down, and then take the right knee down and back and behind. You can get into this position however it feels most comfortable for you. That's obviously the more advanced version. If you want, you can just come from a tabletop, bring the knee, place it behind, and then right leg comes behind as well. So just doing whatever feels most comfortable for you. Breathing here. Maybe coming down onto the forearms, keeping the left foot flexed. Taking long, slow, deep breaths. Making sure you're relaxing those shoulders. And then come all the way back up. Hands underneath the shoulders, flexing the right toes, maybe walking the knee in towards you a little bit more, lifting up, picking up the left leg. We'll step it back into your down dog. Pedal out those feet one last time if you need to. And then we're going to step all the way up to the top of the mat in one big step. From here, taking a soft bend behind the knees, hands are coming down in front. We're going to bend into one knee and then the other. So one knee is bent, then the other. Both toes are facing forwards. Just to warm up into those hamstrings a little bit more. And then maybe just relaxing here, take the feet hip width apart, placing those hands onto the mat, taking a soft bend behind the knee, but they're not really bent, there's just a soft bend behind them. Relaxing here, so this is going to open up your hamstrings a little bit more, and see if you can lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So you're lifting and trying to keep the tailbone up. We'll then place the hands down, step the feet down one at a time. Maybe coming all the way down onto your back here. If you wanted to come into a Shavasana, a few breaths, relaxing the body completely here. If not, this is the end of your stretch. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I've got other little videos on there too. The more you guys subscribe and like my channel, the more I can bring you guys free yoga content. So please follow, like, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to practicing again with you soon. Thanks. Bye.